So I ended up coming to Bible school as a result of trying to prove that God didn't answer prayers, and I didn't believe in prayer. And at the end of this week that I had set off to pray to God and to prove that it didn't exist and God didn't answer prayers, I heard his voice for the first time saying, "Go to Bible school." So you can imagine what my year at Bible school has been like, from a girl that didn't really know if she believed in God and was trying desperately to prove that there wasn't a God, to end up spending a year in Bible school. But Horizon has been so monumental in my life change and my life journey and where I am today. I actually don't want to think about where I would be today if it wasn't for Horizon. The staff and faculty and students at Horizon went above and beyond, I think, what was humanly capable. They were so kind and generous and would spend so much extra time with me and just pouring out so much love that I'd never felt in my life before. And I'm truly honest when I say that Horizon is the first time I've ever felt safe and secure and loved for who I am and not afraid or ashamed or feared showing emotions. And for the first time I could actually let loose and be like, yeah, you know, I'm human, I can cry, I can be real, I can show emotions, I can say what I think and not fear reactions of other people. The community that is here, it just blows me away. I've never experienced anything like this before. The fact that staff were okay with me going into their office and basically having a meltdown about studies or life, and they would gently talk me through things and walk me through stuff and give me way more grace than I think that I really deserved at the time. And the staff, they would ask, you know, how's it going in life? I see something seems to be upsetting you. Do you want to talk about it? And just blow me away to be like, I didn't know that you would actually care in this way. And the students that would just pick up on, it seems like something's upsetting you. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to, can we pray about it? Is there anything that's going on? The phone calls and the emails and the texts that I would receive randomly through the year, it just meant so much. They were so interconnected and they just cared so much. It was amazing. Really saved my life to know that people cared in such a deep way. My time at Horizon was definitely the most painful year of my life, but I wouldn't change it for the world. It has shaped me into who I am, and it gave me an entire year to face all the issues I'd ran from my entire life and had been way too afraid and too scared and not safe and secure enough to face. And in a year, it gave me the most amazing group of people and support and love and knowledge to help me be able to walk through this and to finally start to live. And that's been the most amazing thing ever, because I was very much of a walking dead type person is what I like to term it as. I was walking around, but there was nothing going on. There was no hope. There was no life. I was just going from A to B, hoping that I'd get through one day and then the next and then the next. But now to actually have hope and life, it's amazing. I can't even comprehend the person I used to be compared to now. It's amazing the transformation that's taken place and how God's taken all the things that I thought were insecurities and imperfections and all my weaknesses and has taken them and blown them crazy out of the water and used them to help people and bring people to the faith and share the gospel in a way that I never would have been able to do before. And in my work, to be able to share the gospel freely with people and for people to see a difference in me and to ask that, you know, what's going on? You seem so much different than you did a year ago. And to be able to share that, you know, my time in Bible school and at Horizon and what God's amazing love can do for all of us, it's pretty awesome. And there's a verse that I always think of when I think of Horizon. It's kind of, I found it last year and I think it's become more and more true. It's Psalm 40, 2-3. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock, and he gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. And I know that my firm place has been Horizon. And I was in the deepest, slimiest, darkest pit that I think anyone can ever imagine. And to see God put me in this firm place, and for me not to be able to see it at the time, and to be questioning him and fighting and being like, why is this so hard? But to see that he had a firm foundation for me. And now that I've been able to grow out of that and to take what he's given me and to share it with everyone else is really amazing.